Io Sky versus Bailey.
Bailey got to win.
Cam.
If Bailey don't win, I'm turning the whole shit off. I'm not watching the rest of it.
I hope they open the match with this the thing, and now you gonna start. They be like, oh, on the first match of day two, Io Sky went chance be in Discord like, I ain't watching. I said I wasn't gonna watch.
Nope, I'll be done.
Tyler Breeze, Prince Pretty, and this is Wrestling's Behind the Curtain.
Y'all already know what it is. So WrestleMania weekend is here. So obviously we've got a special guest, villain in the house, one half of the Diamond Villains. You already
You know
know,
what I'm saying?
you already know Kenzo the Greats in here. I'll let them say they what's ups, and then we'll get right to it. We'll get you in and out. No diddy.
Your nose that week, WrestleMania week, so we ain't got to beat around the bush. Let's get straight into it. Got some fire matches, some concepts, all that.
Villain?
You know what I'm saying? What's happening, y'all? It's been a minute. Boy, back in the game. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, it's WrestleMania, so I got to pop in, holler, fuck with the homies, talk some mania.
God talk mania. How y'all
Oh,
want
as always, shout out to the Diamond Villains.
to? I'm sure not the Diamond Villains. My man's ain't even doing it. But where y'all want to start? Like, everyone start because like we said, it's WrestleMania weekend, so we want to just get straight into the card. I want to talk about how we got here. I mean, what we want to do?
We get straight to a car. I mean, we could briefly mention I remember last year, especially for WrestleMania, but also for Royal Rumble, we had a couple complaints about the shows leading up to big pay-per-views didn't feel like good shows anymore. It was like, oh, it's just Raw, not the Raw before WrestleMania. Like, even if they might have mentioned it, it's like they forgot. Like, okay, WrestleMania is on Saturday and Sunday. Raw got a bang, which Raw did bang this week. I watched it on triple speed. Y'all know me. Same thing with SmackDown. I watched it on double speed this morning. Again, it bang. Obviously, I missed any promos that was in there, but they've even NXT. So they've used the weeks leading up to pay-per-views the way they should again. So I think, and especially right now, I'm not gonna lie, this WrestleMania has gotten crazy mainstream coverage, even for WrestleMania.
Yeah,
Like,
let me
I'm
ask
in
you
the
this.
gym and ESPN is on, and it's Cody, it's The Rock, it's Triple H, or Triple H is on the Impossible. Like,
Check
we
this
we
out.
we back to the Attitude Era level of engagement. It looked like.
I'm glad you brought it up because I want to piggyback off that. So I saw Paul Heyman give a speech. I believe it was at the Hall of Fame
Mhm.
when he was saying like this era of Triple H taking over is going crazy. So he ends it saying, forever he's a Paul Levesque guy, which is dope. What I want to say is, I believe all three of us knew if Triple H wasn't handcuffed, because I think we said this when AEW was on the rise, when it was like right there, we was like, yo, they might got him unless Triple H really get to hold that down, and he's got to hold it down. And I can't say that whatever Paul Heyman said was incorrect. I mean, NXT is way better than it was. Most of the matches they're not what they used to be, so you can kind of watch all of Raw pretty much ish. You can watch SmackDown, like you're not really getting those kind of fillers. I'm like, oh my god, why are they doing this? What's Vince talking about? Then Triple H said that I think what was it? It might have been was it Logan or it might have been a WrestleMania weekend where he said they're doing a whole thing now where with the Cody situation, if the fans ain't with it, they're gonna try to pivot somehow unless like it has to be done that way. So that's dope because Vince wasn't doing that. I'm not trying to speak bad about him, but we already know what Vince did. Vince is like, nope, we doing it. Don't give a fuck. What's wrong with it? That's it.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So
Nah, Vince won't he won't pivot. He'll just throw the whole damn thing away.
that's
And
true.
then here we are 2 weeks before WrestleMania. It's like, oh shit.
Yeah, he don't do pivoting. He do throwing out the whole show on a Monday, 20 minutes before showtime.
Yeah. So I'm not gonna lie. WWE is kind of fire right now.
Yeah,
Like
they cooking.
like you said, the mainstream is crazy. I see it everywhere. I mean, you got to think all the connects Triple H had. So to be like, all right, go ahead, go. Like, son, I literally do see him. I see him on First Take. Like, I see him everywhere.
No, boy, active.
You know they're gonna see. You know they're gonna be on Impulse because everyone that Logan interviews, he fights. So I guess that means he's gonna fight Rhea pretty soon because she was the latest one on there. So
Nah,
shout,
Logan Paul gonna fight Buddy.
shout out to mommy though. No, he don't want to do that. They kind of look alike though. You notice that?
Yeah, a little bit. Like
I did see Rhea give Logan a little bit of eyes though. Like it was kind of.
This guy.
but
Stop.
not with Triple H, this shit really shouldn't be that much of a surprise.
Nah.
But
I think
like
Vince is finally out of the way because every time we talk about this, Vince come back. I don't think he come back this time. I think that's what it really is.
think about that time where we comparing this to that man was like what 3-4 at all time during the whole period. So he was there, he was in the thick of this shit. So he know how to restore the feeling that he got like a younger brain and a younger set of eyes.
And he's a fan.
Exactly. He's a fan and a student of the game. So it shouldn't be a surprise. I'm glad it didn't fail, but like I'm not surprised he's been cooking so far.
I think it's only gonna go crazier.
I hope.
Yeah.
Like, because the thing that they have, like, this isn't a AWWW thing, but the thing that they have is, we used to say that they don't really, like capitalize off their talent, but they're really homegrowing their shit right now. And like, you really see, like, we haven't seen Braun do his shit yet. We haven't seen, I don't know how to say anybody's name, but the champ of NXT. We haven't seen him really do his thing right now. Gunther really ain't really start right now. We still got
Melo ain't even here yet.
Melo ain't hit. Trick ain't hit, and Trick is probably more popping than Melo right now. You know what I'm saying? So we still haven't seen. What is his name? Solo?
Soul Ruka?
Yeah, so Ruka. We haven't seen her hit, and that finisher move is crazy. So like, it's a lot of shit. And the stick was people didn't really want to go to WWE because they thought the whole Vince shit was there. Now it looks like Vince is gone. So what's that going to do with the signings now? You know what I mean? But that's that. That was our little rant, whatever. Let's get into the car in case you guys, that's all y'all wanted to see. Make sure you hit the like first, though.
All right. Get into the card. First match. Again, this is the WWE website. I don't always use this, but I feel like this is the right order and all the right matches are already here, especially since we already have SmackDown. And sometimes we get this before SmackDown. Match to determine if the bloodline is banned or if it's gonna be bloodline rules, so it's gonna be Cody and Seth Rollins versus The Rock and Roman Reigns. I mean, it's crazy. So I think this might be on the pre-show, and I don't think we've ever had. Maybe we have in the past, but I can't think of in the new WrestleMania setup we've having a match on day one to help for day two.
You sure that's the first match?
I mean, this is in the correct order, and it's something that determines the rest of WrestleMania. So I can see it being first.
I can see it being first, but like all this shit, you don't put that on first. Because if you put that on first, then what's gonna main?
What's on that card? Do you think that
Jimmy and Jay?
Oh,
Becky and Rhea?
Becky and Rhea would be a good one, but they'd have to do that because they listen to the fans. They've already been saying that how you gonna have the males main event both nights. So I could see Rhea and Becky.
Shit, they've been doing that.
All right, so let's do this. Let's do everyone besides the one you just said right now. We'll do that one last for us.
All right. World's Women's Championship match: Rhea versus Becky.
I feel like. Well, I'll let the homie go first. I'll go last.
Damn, I was hoping you would let me go last because
okay.
I'm still on this one.
Um,
It's crazy for me. It's a toss up still.
I feel like Becky's at the point where she don't need no belt. I think she's probably there to solidify what Rhea's doing because Mommy's on a run. Like she beat Charlotte. Yeah, she beat Charlotte. Who else has she beaten? She beat Becky. I mean, Bailey, right? Did she fought Bailey? Oh,
Probably, yeah.
Yeah.
It was at a pay-per-view. I remember because there was a car involved in Bailey's entrance. I think Damage Control all came out in a whip, like looking swaggish.
I feel like this is just to get her more over. Like she's super over right now. So I don't see her dropping that belt.
Oh, I'm gonna rock the same way. The run's been good. It's been almost 2 years since Becky got a belt though. So take with that information what you will. I mean,
That's the only reason why I'm iffy.
But I do think Rhea's run is too good to stop now. I can't stop, won't stop. No Diddy. I really do think, like you said, it's mommy versus the man. The man's had her time. I don't see why you would stop Rhea Shine, especially after you botched her previous, well, not her last, but a previous WrestleMania moment of hers when you had the her and the Charlotte thing, and then you had them running back on NXT and all that. So I do think WWE is still doing this thing. If you look at like certain people like Rhea, if you look at Drew, you could feel like they're still trying to give certain people shine who didn't get to get the shine during COVID like they should have. So if we look into that too, I do think there's just almost no way Rhea drops this unless you're doing it for just shock value.
I mean, yeah, but also at the same time, Rhea's had the strap for a year. So like, what else is there left for her to do? Like, what? The only other thing I can think of that Rhea can do post Mania is her and Liv for the belt. So if Becky don't take the belt off of her, it's got to be Liv because they got their history.
I mean, I feel like what if they're building her up?
You said what?
I said I feel like, but what if they're building her up for a run? So she ends up at some point facing Jade.
That's one thing I did think of was the Jade aspect.
Shit, Jade the one that got to be built up, not the other way around.
But I'm saying, like, if Jade ends up beating Rhea, that puts her super over.
Rhea in my list of like dream matches for Jade, Rhea was like 6th or 7th on the list.
Well, maybe then, but now that the run is so crazy, it moved up. Because the first one obviously be for me, Charlotte. Second one will be Bianca. I mean, you could flip flop because Bianca's
I flip flop
because Bianca's here and Charlotte's hurt. But had Charlotte not been hurt and she was still kicking ass, Charlotte would be number one. But so that 1, 2, who would you want her to fight third?
Nia Jax, so she can lift her ass up, and that be the moment. Oh my God, look at the strength.
No shade, because I love you, Nia, but I have no desire to watch a Nia match.
I love Nia to death.
I've already slandered Nia enough. She finally catch some of that stuff. I might actually get some smoke. I'm not gonna say nothing else. I've said enough.
I ain't even trying to sound shook or nothing. But like, nah, Nia. See, I don't know why. Like a lot of modern fans, they don't fuck with like the big man or the big woman or whatever because they're like a.
It's just that she botches so much, and I just
don't.
I don't believe her.
She been chill from what I've seen because they let her do what she's supposed to do. Just
it's like when
run these bitches over.
It's like when they fucked up Cesaro so long, I didn't believe him. I just didn't believe him.
No, I ain't gonna lie. Cesaro, his loss count was crazy. I think we had got up to 20 at one point in a row or some shit. I gotta go back.
Like we know he was cool, but I was just like, bro, I don't believe you. You lost everything. I just don't believe it. But whatever. Moving on. So we all agree. I do like the point you said that she's had the belt for a year though, so that kind of makes me, yeah. I mean, because then it could be the end of Judgment Day, I guess. Whatever. Like they can start doing some turmoil there, but I don't know because I'm not really into Judgment Day, but we'll get there when we get there. So mostly all of us say Rhea retains.
Yeah.
All right, next.
The undisputed WWE Tag Team Championship six-pack team ladder match. Jesus Christ, what a name!
They're about to be disputed though.
That's the Discord, so y'all need to go ahead and join that. It's free in the description box. Kenny and Villain don't really show up as much, but you know what I'm saying? We there though. We there.
Hey man, give me y'all be talking about BS sometimes. I'll be like, y'all talking about SmackDown an hour after it finish. I might work. Yeah, we'll catch you on the next one.
All right.
So yeah,
what was this match again? My bad, because I was too busy getting ready.
It was a tag team six-pack match. So it's Judgment Day versus Awesome Truth versus the New Day versus DIY versus New Catch Republic versus A-Town Down Under.
Okay, this is where I'm gonna go. I would like to see
some of these names kind of crazy.
Okay.
Remember, this ladder match is for both belts. So like when one team get up, grab one pair, but then the match is gonna still continue until someone gets the other pair. So you basically gonna have two winners, a Raw and a SmackDown tag.
Yeah.
Oh, so they're splitting it.
Yeah.
Did I know that's gonna change? All right, so then it's gonna make it easier for me. I think this is what I would like. I would like my man Pete Dunne and Bates to get that. And then the consensus is the fans really want A-Town Down Under to win. So I'm gonna go with both of them. This might be the end of Judgment Day.
Hopefully. Wait, what?
Because if Rhea does lose, they lose. It might start to be some shit. But yeah, I'm going with Pete Dunne and them to get one John and A-Town Down Under to get the other one. What y'all got?
I'm looking at this. And it's like,
Because no New Day's not doing it unless Big E comes back. You're on mute if you don't know them. Or maybe he's talking about us. New Day isn't winning, bro. Like unless Big E comes back, in my opinion. And then who said The Miz and R-Truth? The fans might cheer for it, but nobody wants that. So who else is the retaining? I think is over because they've had that belt for a while too, and no shade, but haven't really done anything with it. Well, the tag team really isn't doing anything anyway, but that's the only like rejuvenation I could see happening is Pete and Bates can go, and the fans seem to love Waller, Grayson, and Austin.
decision. Okay, so from yeah, I can see the DIY winning, right? So I'm
Yeah.
gonna go with you on that. So Pete Dunne and Tyler Bate, yeah, I can see that. It's the other one because I do like A-Town Down Under. They are fine favorites, but I could it's based on like momentum. I wouldn't be surprised if what you call it, what's the New Catch Republic? I wouldn't be surprised if they won either. It's like the amount of attention on the belts tag belts right now aren't the same. But with Triple H in charge and him liking DIY, so DIY for sure. It's just that other side. I can't pin it. But I'm gonna just say New Catch Republic for now. Just we have a placeholder, and that way we don't even all having the same answers.
So you go New Catch, which was what I said, and Johnny Gargano and Tommaso.
Yeah.
All right, what about you, Bill?
I'm going DIY for the Raws and A-Town Down Under for the SmackDowns, just for the there's got to be a heel pop. You ain't gonna have two face tag teams winning.
Is
So
Pete down?
then
Is Pete down and them really face?
they ain't a heel.
They like tweeners. Tommaso been a tweener for like 15 years.
That's also
Like
facts.
they won't let this man be a heel or a face straight
Like,
up for
because
nothing.
I'm cheering for Tommaso. Like I'm digging him being face, but I just
No, I'm talking about
remember.
Pete. I'm talking about Pete Dunne.
Yeah. But I'm saying like because he said Tommaso's been a twin for like 15 years. Because like in the back of my mind, I still remember that nigga just destroying Gargano.
Yeah, he did.
So one of the greatest. But no, so you gotta have I feel like you gotta have a face and you gotta have a heel. So my face, I'm going DIY, and the heel, I'm going A-Town Down Under.
Yeah, but Pete Dunne can get healed real quick.
See, with that, I was looking more at you gotta look at the chase between my thing is always about the face gotta get the chase.
Mm-hmm.
So then you can have New Catch Republic be chasing A-Town Down Under on SmackDown for those straps. And DIY been chasing these belts since they got back together on the main roster. So it's like a finally moment for them.
All right, so that's y'all pick. Before we leave the tag team, no shit again, because everybody needs jobs. I just need them to drop the Viking gimmick. Like I don't believe it. Like it's been like 18 repackages. Like I don't believe you guys are that. Like they were cool when they were in NXT. What was it? What was it? War Raiders or something? What were they?
Yeah.
The Viking Raiders.
They were still the Viking Raiders in NXT? Those were War Raiders.
No, they were War Raiders, and then they came
They
up
have
and
so
became
many
Viking
different names.
Raiders.
That's my point. Like so many different like fucking rebrands, but they were fire in NXT. But being named War Raiders, I didn't have this thing like, oh, you're supposed to be a Viking, you're supposed to be a killer. Like so, it's the Nia Jax thing and the Cesaro. You guys lost so much. I don't believe you guys are that. Like, if you're gonna still be in WWE, obviously, just be something regular. Like you don't have to be the Viking Raiders. Like I don't believe that.
I mean,
coming out with Valhalla shit like yo, you watch any Vikings, Valhalla, the original Vikings, those dudes was killers. You guys ain't killers. Like you don't do that for me.
they wrestling style, especially them two as a unit. Like if you would imagine Vikings as a tag team in wrestling,
You know what have been a good Vikings. You know what have been a good Vikings Raiders if you would have had Austin Theory and like some other swole white boys. Like then I'd be okay, cool, I believe it because like I'm going off like I said. the shit that I watch, like Spartans and Vikings Valhalla, like you need swole dudes to make you like, yo, they gonna kill somebody.
That's the Hollywood Vikings. No, these is like real
No,
dudes.
yeah, I don't think it's a
You know
look
what I'm
issue. I
saying?
think it's a wins and losses issue, and then they try to throw on that comedic wrestling on top of that to make it even worse. So I think that's what really. I don't think it's a look thing. I just
And then
think
they
they
try to make old
the
girl
high profile
like
losses.
a supernatural thing. Like it's just not working because you're losing.
I don't say she's supernatural. She's just barefooted with
They,
antlers on
they
her
said
head.
supposedly when she doesn't wear the antlers, they don't win. So apparently you don't ever wear the antlers.
Chance hot.
He is. He is not. He is
You can
not
tell when
digging the
something
kayfabe.
particularly great his nerves.
I need to have a villain moment like when they did that spot in AEW. That shit was
I don't
hilarious.
even. What was it? The double backflip spot
It was some shit, but you were going. But it was definitely
that
that
pissed me off, man.
shit was amazing. My daughters were like, how did you hold it together when you did that? I said, because I really didn't know it was coming. Pause. So I was just
Or
like,
did he?
hold it.
Well, yeah, if you're not ready.
That shit was hilarious. Go back and see if y'all seen it. Villain spazzes. All right, what's next?
Let's go. Gunther versus Sami Zayn for Intercontinental.
Mm.
I'm gonna be
It's
honest.
probably not next, but it's the next thing I saw. So
I'm gonna be
we're gonna
honest.
go.
No, the I should title this "No Shade WrestleMania." I don't understand why Sammy's in it. I really
You
don't.
know, it's funny. That's when you just had that moment. I'm like, I'm definitely going this one next. That's exactly what I told my brain. I'm like, yeah, let's might as well just get the anger out the way. Let's go Sami Zayn because I know
Right.
he didn't see this either.
What
And I
is
already
he
know
in here
the next
for?
match is thanks to that.
Like from what I heard, if the rumors are true, because we ain't the Ross report and all that, and Uncle Dave. I heard Brock. It was supposed to be Brock and Gunther. Then all this shit happened, so they had to pivot. Shout out
Mhm.
to Ryan Clark and them on the pivot.
One
Um,
day.
but bro, you had Chad Gable there. Like, even if he interferes, it don't make no sense because he don't get the belt. But you had Chad Gable there. We've all wanted Chad to go since we thought he was Kurt Angle's son. Like, we all wanted him to go. Nothing ever happened. They didn't really get a great tag team push. So, to me, no shit again. I feel like he was a waste in WWE, but Chad could go. So, to somewhat bring him back before he's done, you could have had him beat Gunther, or at least one hell of a match like Gunther and Sheamus. But bro, Sammy, like, come on. Like, the only time I like Sammy was when he was with the Bloodline. I'm not discrediting his work. I'm not saying he can't go because NXT Sammy was crazy and the man's been around El Generico. Like, I get it. But to me, this made no sense. Like, Sammy had no storyline whatsoever up until like maybe a month before WrestleMania. And all of a sudden now he going for the title. Like, I don't like it. So I'm going Gunther.
I'm gonna go with Gunther mostly for all the stuff he said. I just thought about it when you said that. Chad Gable would have been a good wrestler on the original TNA. Him, Kurt Angle. Oh my, that would have been fire.
That shit would have been crazy.
Yo, Chad Gable and TNA would be crazy.
Chad Gable, Samoa Joe, Chad Gable, AJ, Chad Gable, fucking Kurt
Chad
Angle.
Gable, Chris Daniels.
Yeah. But
Man.
I see no reason why Sammy gets the belt here. It's got to be Gunther. He's been strong. Again, like you said, Sammy wasn't even in the picture about 4 months ago. So how we give him the belt? What we do with him after that if he get the belt? Again, I do like Sammy a lot more than Chance do, but even I know this is a weird timing to say the least. Like if you could, the way they do feuds with him is to have him in this tag team or this group, and then it'll be little funny, little wrestling, and then it's like, okay, well, Sammy's serious. Sammy says he's tired of how people view him, so he's gonna go for the belt. That sounds serious to you. If anything, makes the character even less believable because he's supposed to be well when they have him as heel. Because again, there's another guy that they flip back and forth a lot, which I do think is a problem with modern day wrestling that I haven't complained about too much, but if you think about it, yeah, guys switched back in the day, but for the most part, not this much. Like a heel was a heel for a minute. Like he had to have gone through some stuff to go babyface. The right person got to betray him, and it's usually like the other heel is just a bigger heel. So now we forced to make this guy babyface and slowly. But with someone like a Sammy, Kevin Owens, a lot of these dudes, they just back and forth. Oh, you babyface now, here now, tweener, babyface, heel. And I do think that's left Sammy even more lost in the shuffle. But for sure, gotta go Gunther here.
Yeah, I'm rocking with Gunther too because like I don't think I don't think Sammy was in the picture 2 months ago, let alone 4 months ago. And then it's like because you said the OG plan was they were gonna do Gunther versus
Brock.
Brock.
Yeah.
So I mean to kind of sort of make up for that, how I see shit going, because we getting the draft in a couple weeks. So I honestly see
Get rid
Lashley
of this shit.
and
Oh my god.
I'm
Get rid.
seeing I see Lashley and Street Profits getting drafted to Raw, and then you get a
Don't bring up Street Profits.
Lashley versus Gunther type situation for the IC belt.
Yeah, we make a chance mad, sad, all types of shit.
I'm telling you.
We here, but before I say what I was about to say, do you guys see, since it's a little clearer now, Brock interfering, giving us a
Please.
SummerSlam match of Gunther versus Brock?
Please.
Oh, that'd be we elevating the Intercontinental belt again if we got
Because
I love that.
it's WrestleMania. It's got to be surprises. We haven't really picked one
Ooh, I got you. They run a angle where Sammy gets taken out. Oh, who's gonna challenge Gunther for the belt? Rock music hit.
Oh,
yet.
that'd be
The arena would go crazy.
Insane.
Yeah, that'd be crazy.
Yeah, I'm rocking with Gunther though.
So get into what you just brought up. So no shade. Street Profits, what? I've said it on this show for 85 million times. Why are they still together? Then they got back to her business, but it wasn't her business. It was a Pride. Then I guess that they found out that they didn't like the Pride name, so now it always says Bobby Lashley and the Street Profits. So you've already messed it up. Why are they together? We all know Montez Ford is the dude. He can go. He's next up to do great things. Just fucking split them up. Just have them turn and let's go.
But see, the thing about that though is, in order for you to do that, you gotta set it up to where it's not just some, oh well, Montez Ford just decides, you know what, fuck y'all, I'm out. Like, no, if we're gonna do it, it has to there has to have a story with it. It's got to make sense. It's got to build to a moment. You know what I'm saying? This is the perfect spot for that. In this situation with Lashley and Angelo Dawkins. Like, this is the perfect situation to set that up. So I'm just, for that, you gotta let it rock. I'm letting it rock. You just gotta let it rock.
Yeah, they gotta jump him and he gotta win or something. I don't know. They gotta fix that.
I've been let it rock. That story could have played out a long time ago when they just kept on losing, and it was a perfect time for him to just turn about, yo, bro, we losing too much. You ain't it. And
before, but you can't, you know what I'm saying? When you going through a losing streak, whatever, you don't just be like, all right, well, fuck it, we just pack it up. Like, nah, you gotta do exactly what they did, and they went back in the lab, changed some shit up, got up with Lashley, didn't get back to that success because they ain't got a belt yet, but like this ain't the same Street Profits that we was looking at like this time last year.
If me and Kenny lose on this channel for 2 years, I'm throwing them through a glass. You know what I mean?
You gave up too easy. You gotta go in the if it ain't, you gotta go back in the lab at some point, bro. And look at what happened. They took themselves a little serious. Montez stopped fucking, you know what I'm saying, driving around and what have you. And look at him.
You know what would be smooth for me is if he turns on Lashley and beats Lashley.
See, that's what I'm saying. You got that's why I
think they should turn on him so he could look strong. But I don't know how.
Why do they got to be together? Why do they got to be together? I don't understand. You still bringing them back together? Why they got to be? You said they turn on him. Why they still got to be together?
What he there? You act like they should just make Dawkins disappear. Happen, right? What you mean? But anyway, like I said, I was gonna say part of the problem is timing because you got. We've been saying Montez should explode for a minute. We said he was going to be the breakout person last year, I think, to be honest. But even ignoring all that, and me and Chance's personal pride of trying to predict someone to go bigger and better, and then they don't yet, and he probably taking it personal because he predicted in the prediction that happened. But ignoring that, like even my girl mentions Montez Ford all the time because him and Bianca got that show that's popping, right? And again, my girl ain't watched wrestling since the Hardy Boys left, because that was her shit. But for her to know that's saying you something. There you go. Then you got they was on the pivot not too long ago, Montez and Bianca. So they basically doing those SNL type, doing the rounds. So if they got a show, they on the pivot, they doing all this stuff. They're one of the more followed groups in WWE. Why not? I mean, if we didn't pull the trigger before, is it not now the time? You literally put their show in the spotlight. The show is yours, produced by WWE. Like, your timing got to be better. You know when WrestleMania is going to be all the time. But I do think that the turn got to be right. So it can't just go, he's swollen now, give him a star. No, it's not just, you got to do it right.
I just want to ask the question, though, like, why why do they have to break up in order for him to like, you know what I'm saying? Because as we've seen, he's already in the tag team and got the show, you know what I'm saying? Some shit that normally happens to like singles cats. So
Because
that's just chance.
he's already got that and he's still in the tag team. So if it's not broke, why you need to fix it?
it is
Only
That's
thing
just
broke.
he's
chance.
missing is a belt.
It
Chance
is
do think it's broken because Chance don't like Dawkins. So
it's broke.
you gonna have to take that up with Chance. You and Chance can discuss that. I got no problem with Dawkins. He
As
just
of
say,
right now, no
seemingly,
character wise, Dawkins ain't nothing.
but it's not, I mean, you can say that. I mean, I'm not gonna argue with you on that. The thing is, like back in the day, at least, I get what Vin is saying. Like, you could have a singles wrestler who was in the tag team. He's still going. Like, he still got his dog with him, but he a singles wrestler. That used to happen. Now it's like, oh, I can't be a singles wrestler because I'm a tag team wrestler. That don't have to be like that. Big E, we take Big E very seriously until he fucked up his neck, and he still had the new day hanging around until they decided to break them up. But that, I didn't think that was necessary. Could have still had Big E looking strong. You can do the same thing here.
For those that's not in the know, and just to prove that you can, you know, be a tag and still have successful singles run. If you don't watch TNA, let me clue y'all in. Last year, the Motor City Machine Guns started the year as the tag champs. They lost the titles. Then they were like, okay, well, what you want to do now? Shit, let's go for some singles belts. Cool. You know what they did? Alex Shelley won the world title. Chris Sabin won the X title. And they were both holding it down, and they were both still a tag because they would still team up because why you got to break up?
I'm pretty sure Sasha and Bailey did that one time too. You could do
Yeah,
it.
they did. They did.
Why do y'all like them together so much? It's over. It's over.
Do you want a tag team division in this damn company
That's the
that's
part of the thing.
worth
Like you
anything?
keep breaking up tag teams.
But think about it. There's a whole generation now of new tags. They don't need them.
In WWE
Not
currently?
there.
Yeah,
They don't
NXT has
And
a whole
because look
NXT
at
has
it,
a bunch of tag teams.
that are ready.
They gotta be ready, but we can
They're
move on.
champions. Aren't
We can move
Braun
on.
and Baron Corbin the tag
Listen,
champs at the
listen,
moment?
we can move
Oh,
on.
God.
So we need more IC champions, more
Forgot
US,
about Baron Corbin.
United States champions. It's time to get the new generation. They don't need to be there. Montez needs to be a single champion by himself. He don't need nobody. He can have his woman. That's it.
Yeah,
All right, so
Dawkins
moving
told
on
Chance
to
we
the
was strong.
LWO
I don't know
Wolfpack.
what.
Okay, what's
Dawkins
next?
told a bad joke and Chance ain't been the right ever since. He like this nigga not funny. Fuck that. Oh man.
He must have hit one of the Usos too hard. But yeah, no, let's move on.
Speaking of Bianca, since you mentioned her Chance, let's go to that match next. The 6-woman tag match. You got Bianca, Jade, and Naomi versus Damage Control.
We ain't got to spend much time on it. They're getting destroyed.
There ain't gonna be a lot of control on this damage.
I don't know what the name. I don't know what the team name, but Team Excellence has got this in the bag.
Yeah, you ain't gonna have no arguments for me. I need a squash match to be honest.
Yeah, that's what I need.
Bailey make it look good.
I mean, this is a quick one, really.
Gotta be.
And I'm just not that the match, but I'm just like looking at it. Even if you ask who's gonna take the pin, 2 out of 3 of Damage Control got belts. So one of the tag champs ain't taking this L. We're looking at you. We're looking at you, Dakota Kai.
Yeah,
we love you, but
she's a fall.
Yeah.
But
no, we going with excellence.
Yeah, we ain't gotta go that long. Oh, what's next?
Oh, Rey Mysterio and Andrade versus Santos Escobar and Dominic Mysterio, Chance's favorite.
Motherfucking LWO
Rey
Hollywood
Mysterio
versus
and Andrade?
LWO Wolfpack.
I thought it was Rey Mysterio and what's his face?
Rey and Andrade versus Santos and Dom.
It's not Andrade.
Yeah.
I thought it was what's his face? The new dude.
Dragon Lee?
Yeah.
Nah, they swapped them out.
Did they?
Last night, right?
Yeah, last night.
Really? Oh, well, you can tell I ain't watched last night. So what is it now?
It's Rey and Andrade versus Santos Escobar and Dirty Dominic.
So what happened that Andrade? Yeah, my bad, y'all. For y'all, what happened that Andrade and Dom are at it now?
Well, Dragon Lee was attacked backstage, and it was Andrade. So that's why.
And it was Andrade?
Yeah, Andrade attacked Lee backstage.
So why the fuck would Ray say, well, join my team then?
Thank you.
And he wanted to submit his allegiance with the LWO. I'm just telling you what happened. I can't tell you what the writing behind it.
Look,
I'm telling you what happened on SmackDown. I'll tell you I watched it on double speed.
I don't understand that part, but for long storytelling, you do know that Charlotte and Dom was having some issues in the promo one time.
I'm gonna read exactly verbatim what WWE website say, right? 3 months, blah blah blah. Mysterio returned with together with LWO. He took out Legado del Fantasma and helped Carlito win the street fight against Emperor of Lucha Libre. Right. Rivalry continued between the two factions until Mysterio looked to settle the issue in a one-on-one with Santos. During the match, however, a masked figure emerged to intervene. Blah blah blah. He took off the mask and revealed it was Dominic, as so Santos could use the distraction to win. So after that, the following week, which is this week, Ray interrupted the two of them and challenged him to a tag match with him and Dragon Lee. But then Andrade comes out, he's like, nah, I'm the real LWO. I'm taking Dragon Lee's spot. And he hit him over the head or whatever.
It's fucking LWO Hollywood.
I mean, I don't mind it because Andrade
it do remind me of whatchamacallit, the Monday Night Wars.
Andrade doesn't bother me because one, he hasn't really been getting shine since he's been back. Two, he should have been in that whole storyline a long time ago if he wasn't gone.
I thought they should have just added someone else instead of taking Dragon Lee out.
And three, like I said, long booking is Mommy and Dom had some shit with Charlotte in the ring. And that's when she said, I got a real daddy at home. So, I mean, that could play out if it did. But
Mommy and Dom versus Andrade and Charlotte.
Yeah, but the way they set it up was wild. But
it was weird.
I'm gonna go with Ray Andrade because Andrade can't be losing. Unless it's another turn for which I doubt, but it's another turn, and he takes out Ray so that he can show Judgment Day that he's that dude.
And that's why I'm rocking with LWO Hollywood because Andrade is gonna turn on Ray. Like
I feel like
how you gonna attack the dude who was supposed to be his partner and be like, hey yo, let me be your partner, and then you not get a knife in your back at some point.
Yeah. It's a Kevin Owens moment for me, for sure.
It could be because Andrade and Ray had some great matches when they were there originally.
And ain't Dom and Andrade been talking, kind of nicely the last few weeks on Raw.
That's the reason why it's weird to me because, like I said, because of the Charlotte thing. But we'll see. Don't be surprised it doesn't play out later. Like Andrade don't have something up his sleeve.
And last but not least, for day one,
can't say our time is up on that one.
Oh, I was done. Oh, y'all had anything else? I had nothing to say.
No, we good. Go
ahead. Jimmy versus Jey.
Yeet.
My cousins. Let's go. Main stage.
Nobody wins when the family feuds, bro.
Somebody go here.
This is the thing. Obviously, I would say Jey because the over is crazy. But they did my man Jimmy so dirty. Like he did shit since they split up. I need my man to get the dub. So I'm gonna go Jimmy. Yeah, because the split up hasn't did shit for him, but it did everything for Jey.
Jey challenged Jimmy. See, this is one of those back in the day when you was a kid, you just looked at who came out the tunnel last. No, that person gonna win. Because WWE for a long time didn't know to not reveal that. But I feel like because Jey challenged Jimmy, it's gotta be Jimmy that wins. And like you said, they've been doing Jimmy dirty. But at the same time, if you're looking at a pure brother versus brother, Jimmy is jealous of Jey for Jey trying to make himself a bigger star, which if we talk about wrestling, ain't nothing supposed to be wrong with that. So I mean, in weird wrestler logic, I can see them still giving Jey the dub. But based on what we've been seeing lately, I'm gonna give it to Jimmy. But it could go either way for real.
I wish this was a triple threat so we could throw Solo in there and just have brother warfare.
Solo taking them both out.
I'm rocking with Jimmy because Solo gonna take them both out. Solo gonna super kick Jey, super kick Jimmy, do some shit like that, and then just put Jimmy on top of Jey. 1, 2, 3, and then he walk out pissed like, man, fuck both of y'all if we being honest. And that's it.
I'm seeing like day one was quick.
Yeah, not really. It was 51 minutes.
Sheesh.
Day two, here we are. I don't even know if I'm gonna split these, but go ahead. Day two.
Back to Champion's favorites. Bobby Lashley and the Street Profits versus the Final Testament.
Versus who?
The Final
Testament.
Final Testament.
It's a Philadelphia street fight.
Final Testament's gonna win, and we're gonna get the turn we want.
The turn
What?
you
Let
want.
me make sure I got this right. Final Testament is Karrion Kross and AOP, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
I can't give AOP no dubs, man. I'm sorry. I've been scarred. I've been scarred too long. They can't get no dubs off my face. I'm sorry. I understand. But Lashley and the Street Profits ain't done nothing. But I've been watching AOP be that big and do nothing for how long now? Like, I feel like they came out right after the Shield. Like, what is happening?
Mhm.
So I'm sorry. I've been jaded too much. I understand suspend disbelief and all that. Wrestling not real. You can't give these dudes a win in a street fight. No, man.
Go ahead. Come on. Come to this. Come on this side, Villa. You know.
Nah, I'm rocking with the homies.
You know they about to lose, and it's gonna be crazy. Because remember, the one thing that Cross said, he said the real leader should be Montez Ford, not Lashley. There's gotta be a reason he said that.
Mind games.
I'll be that one. Dawkins is about to get his shit split by Montez Ford, and it's over. They losing.
Dawkins taking the L. What is that? That's not.
He want Dawkins to get thrown from the top of the WrestleMania logo.
Dawkins need to go to TNA or something, or AEW. Just you go. That's it.
I can see Dawkins on New Japan. That'd be fine if they make him like a
Nothing wrong with that. Like
American.
the character. I'm talking about the character. I don't know him as a person, unless you watch the reality show, then you kind of know. But just go get some work somewhere else. You know what I'm saying? Just do some Drew McIntyre shit. Like just rebuild yourself. Seth and that word on day one.
Nah, that's day 2.
That's wild.
Oh wait, you talking about the tag? Yeah, we did kind of slide completely over.
Oh yeah, we
that.
forgot the tag one.
The
Oh yeah, we
bloodline.
get back to that. That's what it is. Yeah. So yeah, Cody and Seth Rollins versus The Rock and Roman Reigns.
For me, if the storyline is going to go the way it's rumored to go, then I said that Rock and Roman win that.
So you think it needs bloodline rules? That's the thing. Like I feel like the fact that the match is for the rules to be determined just means like anyone could take the L for real. It just because it's just gonna make that next match different. I don't know.
You're not gonna tell me that there's stipulations at stake in this match and then not give me them stipulations you told me.
True.
You bet not.
So who y'all got?
Rock and Roman?
Yeah, the bloodline.
Okay,
The
so,
bloodline rules.
all right, that was quick. So back to where we were. I just thought that Seth and Drew were on day one, but anyway. So what's after the Street Profits?
Another one. Damn, I ain't gonna lie. This is the non-chance card for LA Knight versus AJ Styles.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh my God.
LA Knight, they ruined this, man.
See, I was gonna do it smooth until you did that. Like now, no shade. All right. I don't like him at all. Like, put him back on TNA. Like, he was cool maybe for y'all as Eli Drake or whatever. All he is to me now.
I like Eli Drake.
All
LA
he,
Knight is not
all he
banging.
is to me is fucking Stone Cold and The Rock put together. That's all he is.
Yeah.
It's just I'm not with it. I am a little more interested because of the shit that happened yesterday, which I believe is promo because they made it look really good. Which is I think the involvement not only of Triple H but like UFC because they're kind of making it more fighting-ish, like some shit. But you know when they got involved, AJ's nose was busted and it was bleeding. And then if you go to there's a clip somewhere I don't know if where they showed it at because I don't think it was WWE. Maybe they did. But AJ like literally says, "I'm gonna fuck you up," and then they keep on yapping back and forth. And then LA Knight says, "Are you gonna be at SmackDown, pussy?" So I mean, that had me a little more intrigued, but I don't give a fuck about LA Knight. Most likely, he's probably gonna win because I think AJ. Oh, this is what I did have for. I'm lying. So you know, AJ and the OG club have kind of been at odds, right? I think Tama Tonga comes and costs AJ the match, and we get that feud.
Billy, you want to go?
Yeah, I mean, mine's honestly real quick. Surprisingly, I'm not going LA Knight. I'm going AJ Styles. He needs this dub, especially if we're like doing this new character development with him where he's kind of sort of going back to lone wolf AJ. Like at this stage for the momentum, you kind of need the dub. So I'm rocking AJ on this one.
Yeah, but then that kills LA Knight, and that's who they want to go up.
So
LA Knight will be fine because he'll be on Raw by May.
Okay.
Like I said earlier, I'm not the biggest fan of LA Knight, but it's like we've been calling AJ Styles retirement for a couple years now. No, you got to pass the torch at some point. So I can see them giving the LA Knight here. I prefer AJ Styles to get the win, but I'm gonna go LA Knight.
Okay, so let's do it like that. So AJ gets the loss because of the
I mean, and
interference.
AJ looks strong on SmackDown beating his ass, so you know how that goes.
Yeah. So the interference. So we get the Bullet Club, OG, Tama Tonga, the new leader, and then they get into it. Because technically, like I said, besides the surprise of Brock, I said, we ain't got no surprises yet. So, next. And Tama Tonga is rumored to have signed already.
Oh,
He made a sign for a grip.
Yeah, so WrestleMania would be the perfect time to introduce him.
I had saw that. United States Championship triple threat: Kevin Owens, Randy Orton, Logan Paul.
I'm going with the GOAT, Logan Paul.
I think career-wise, it's better for Logan. I don't really know what the belt does for Randy to win it, unless he's gonna have another title run. But I don't. I'd rather have a world title run than that.
If we talking about title belts and Randy Orton, he better be chasing Ric Flair and John Cena. Them. I don't want to hear nothing about the United States.
That's the only thing I think. So I think it's probably to put over Logan, but Kevin Owens will probably take the pin.
Yeah, I'm going with Logan here. He's with all the engagement. He's their new social media dot and all that
I'm
stuff.
gonna need KS1 to not be in this shit this time. I'm tired of seeing it.
Yeah, I'm not. I don't care for him. Yeah, Kevin Owens probably take the pin, like you said, Chance. Randy Orton and Kevin Owens gonna probably do a pretty good job of making Logan Paul look good. It's probably gonna be a decent match because I will say Logan's been improving since he's been here. I will say that. I mean, obviously, how can you not improve when you was the greenest of the green? But you gotta give credit when credit is due.
I mean, technically, he says he's gonna take it more serious because he quit boxing.
Hopefully, he'll tell his brother quit too.
Hey man, don't talk about my dog Jake. He got a good record. He only lost one, and I don't even think he lost that.
I'm not gonna do it.
Oh, you don't want to do no shit. You don't want to get.
We here for Mania.
They've ruined my sport. I'm not gonna do it.
What? They brought it to the masses.
I'm with you, Ken.
Nobody would think about boxing.
No, only cared about heavyweight boxing. That's what it was.
We'll do that on BSL podcast. That's what we'll do. Make sure y'all go there.
Probably, yeah. We can do
talk about that.
Next up, the women's championship match: Io Sky versus Bayley.
Bayley got to win.
Pam.
If Bayley don't win, I'm turning the whole shit off. I'm not watching the rest of it.
I hope they open the match with this the thing and now like on the first match of day 2, Io Sky went Chance be in Discord like I ain't watching. I said I was gonna watch.
I'll be done.
Yeah, I like Io Sky.
I like it too, but Bayley got to win, bro. How long has it been? How long has it been she had a belt? I mean, that's my dog. I did not know she was Mexican to recently. She's my dog.
Yeah, I always been rocking with Bayley. Especially now that she's back face.
We know you've been rocking with Pam.
Yeah. Love Pam.
Manager Pam.
Then especially we got to get the return of the wacky inflatable arm flailing tube, man, for the entrance. I need that, and then I guess she's trying to get Paramore to come perform her shit.
Oh, that would be dope.
What you say? What was that?
Bayley trying to get Paramore to come perform her out to the ring.
Yeah, that would be dope. I just don't need her to go back to the hugger. As long as you don't go back to the hugger, I'm good.
There's no way.
We can do this Bayley, but she be face.
That's what I'm saying. We can do that. I just don't go back to the hugger.
Nah, but just for the moment, you know what I'm saying? Got to bring those back for Mania. But like we can still be face and still be this Pam.
I'm with it. So we all say Bayley.
Yeah.
Next.
Seth Rollins.
This is intriguing to me.
Versus Drew McIntyre for the World Heavyweight Championship.
I literally have no idea because we do have what Kenny said, them trying to give it to everyone that didn't get their pop. Drew never got his pop. So are we going to get, there's going to be some kind of interference. Are we going to get something happens, makes Drew win, he gets the pop, Damian Priest has a Seth Rollins, Roman Reigns, Brock Lesnar moment, and he takes it from Drew.
You mean from like SummerSlam a couple years ago?
Yeah. Because Damon got to catch that shit in. The super swerve would be if Cody won and Damien took it from Cody, but I don't think that's gonna happen. The fans will go crazy. So I'm gonna go with some shit happens in this one, and he takes it from Drew because Drew's like, "Yeah, bitch, I got it," and then Damon, which would still be weird because I think they want to do like a Drew punkish type thing, but
Yeah, I ain't gonna lie. You changed my mind with when you put the Damian Priest aspect in it, because what else belt he gonna go for? But at the same time, that CM Punk Drew's in the back of my mind. So I'm gonna go Drew, because especially because I was already telling myself before I even looked at the card, because I forgot who Seth was facing at first. Seth is one, like, if you look at this whole card, no one could afford a loss better than Seth. It would like not do a single thing to his character, to his believability. He's still gonna be an asshole after. If anyone could eat a pin here, it's Seth, especially if there's gonna be shenanigans. So I could see Drew winning for sure. So they could set that up with him and CM Punk later on down the road, and CM Punk gonna have to take that L. But we'll discuss that when we get there.
let me ask you a question before you go, Mel. But I think so. So far, we said Drew, all right. But let me ask you a question, Mel. What if something happens and Seth's getting jumped, right? And the ref's down or whatever the shit is happening, right? Cody tries to come out and help him. Cody calls Seth the match by accident. Seth comes back out later and calls Cody the match. What if that was to happen? Just throwing that out there. I mean, that's not what I think, but what if that was to happen? Like, just let me cook a little bit.
That's too creative. I ain't gonna lie to you. They ain't going for
Look,
that.
Vince
I like it.
McMahon won't do that, but fucking Paul H. Dangerously might.
True.
Especially with Paulie actually, being involved in that. See, I won't think in that, but I like that. I like
Right?
that.
Right? Let's talk about it. But who do you got?
But I'm rocking with Drew though. Like real shit.
Yeah, because
Clean, straight up.
Drew's coming out of Broken Dreams.
Yeah.
So it's a wrap. All right, so we all got Drew. Damn, Seth. You're my man.
And I got him clean too. Pause.
I love Seth though. All right, next.
It's the big one.
Last, but certainly not least,
I don't know how this is going either.
Roman Reigns,
It's like 50-50.
champion,
The
versus
fans
Cody Rhodes. Will his story ever end?
the fans want Cody to win, and the fans don't want Cody to win. People said The Rock gonna turn, so they get the match at SummerSlam. But from what I heard and my sources, they say right after WrestleMania, The Rock is going to film the UFC movie. So is it gonna be back in time for SummerSlam? Are we gonna have it? I don't know.
Yeah, I ain't gonna lie. I don't know. It's a little bit mainstream, a little bit of American fans. We all still fuck with The Rock. We ain't got a lot. Even though I done said it 1,000 times, he can't really go no more because he be getting injured all the time because he got too many muscles now. But if we gonna milk it while we can, if we gonna try to bring The Rock back, because he's, I mean, one of the biggest people in Hollywood, and it's look at how wrestling is coming back into the forefront of culture and whatnot. People talking about some the other day was when they went off SmackDown. He was still beating Cody. Man, that's all I saw on my Twitter. It's all I saw. All people talking about. So I do think you want to keep The Rock around, but you like we. How long we gonna have this story go out? Unless we do what you said earlier with the Seth Rollins and the multiple interferences, and that'll kick the can further down the road. Unless we're doing that, I can't call it. Damn, that's crazy. Does the Roman Reigns reign end? Like I don't see. It's been so long. The tribal chief been around so long, but Cody's story do got it in, and how it's to win, but with a dub. I mean, I don't see
Yeah,
what else
because
to
if
do.
Cody don't win the belt, it's like I don't care about you no more.
Yeah, you got to go now. Like what are you here for?
But Roman did say when he loses, he out.
Yeah, he's retiring right there.
Which would be good if he does actually retire for a while, and then the storyline does bring him back out as a face.
So my heart wants Roman Reigns to win this damn match just because I know that Twitter is gonna fucking blow the fuck up when Roman Reigns wins and retains the belt, especially if it's on some bloodline shenanigans. But my shit, I feel like Cody's winning this match, but he's gonna win the match, win the title, but he's never gonna hold the title. He's never gonna touch the title. So I feel like as soon as like he's gonna do his whole celebration, referee about to go give him the belt, and as soon as that happens, bam, there's Priest.
Mm.
and Priest cashes in because they've low key been kind of grooming Priest on the low for the last couple of years to like be put in a top spot. And I think after Mania we're gonna see what it is, and I think he's either cashing in here or he's not cashing in until the Money in the Bank pay-per-view. And it's going to work out to where the world title matches before the men's ladder match, which still counts within the time frame.
Okay, so fuck with me. So something happens with The Rock and Roman, like by accident, which causes one of them to lose, one of them to get pinned. Then the Priest thing happens, like you said. I like that. You think we see a Jacob or a Zilla?
Maybe not tonight. Maybe that's some Raw after Mania shit.
Yeah.
Because you also got to play that part in too. Like you got to have some surprises for Mania, but you got to have some shit for the Raw after Mania too.
So that's why I like. So I like what you said. So we'll just do maybe some accidental shit happens between The Rock and Roman, and one of them loses the match because of it. Cody wins because of that. And then we're like, oh shit, the story is ended, blah, 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 blah. He finished the story. And then some shit happens, boom, Damian Priest, you're done. Yeah, it's gonna be crazy. I like that.
Then come out of nowhere, hit that nigga with a shotgun drop kick to the corner.
That was a good one. All right, so let's go to some questions before we end this. Because we got them on the YouTube. Pick Indoor Show 6880 or 6881 said, who do you have as match of the night as both nights?
Like match of the night for night 1 and night 2, or out of the two, which one's the best overall?
He said as a whole, both nights. So I'm thinking like just the best overall. With the matches that we said, I'm gonna go with the man and mommy.
We're talking about in the ring.
Oh, you know what? I'm lying. Well, that could be one too. So I'm not gonna do that to them. I might go Jimmy J.
If we're going best story, I'm going Jimmy J. If we're going in the ring, I'm going Seth Drew.
Show stealer from both nights is for me is going to be Rey Andrade versus Santos Dom.
Okay.
Chad stop. Chad looked down so fast. I
no, because like,
Dom got to bring it.
Look at
Dom been carried just a little bit.
No, I like Dom. I like Dom now.
I know, but he's this match is like it's like a final test, like your freshman year biology test, nigga. Like, do you got it or not? This is like if you don't got it now, you don't got it at all. And I do think this is a good time for him to back. I do think it could be a good match. I'm not saying. I just show stealer is a high.
Look at the three cats he's in the ring with. So if he does have to get carried, they can carry him to a pretty damn good performance. And then also, like you said, it's a good if you can't keep up with us though. Like we'll carry you, but if you can't keep up, then you're gonna get left. So this is how you gonna act about it. So I'm with you on that. But it's just Ray, Dom, Santos, that combo right there. That's show stealing material right there. And I say show stealing because you look at the matches, other matches that could be match of the night. And it won't surprise you on any of them. Like Jimmy and Jay should bang. You know what I'm saying? That's not a surprise. Gunther and Sammy, even though we don't fuck with Sammy winning the belt and shit or being in this match, it's going to be a good match.
Unless that shit happens.
The show steal is one that's supposed to come out of nowhere.
Unless that shit happens to where Sammy does go down, Brock shows up.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
But if we have to go a show stealer, I don't want to do it, but I could say AJ and Knight. Because AJ be carrying folks.
So not the Philly street fight?
Yeah, that's the next question. Who's going to have worst match of the night by SJN 1? It's going to be the Street Profits.
We obviously tell the truth here, but we try not to talk like too much down. And these people doing a pretty hard thing. Wrestling ain't easy. So I ain't trying to come out here and say, oh, they finna be trash and nothing like that. But personally, I ain't never really liked ladder matches. And there's too many people in this ladder match anyway. So I'm going to go probably that one. Not because of the people in it, just the concept. That's my least favorite concept. It's like
12 niggas.
Yeah, it's too many people in there. It's too many semantics. Oh, the pin don't. You got to get the belts. Pins don't matter. It's just Yeah, it's gonna be that one for me.
I'm going Street Profits in the AOP match
You was asking the question. You didn't need to ask it.
I'm telling.
because one, we know, and two, to be like low key. Like I think they're probably not gonna have that much time. So it's probably
You gonna have they gonna have enough time because it is a Philly street fight. So there's
enough time to be the worst match.
wow. Next question, please.
Next question, Ryan. A big supporter of the channel. Ryan always be commenting. Ryan Davis 4448. Why is The Rock main eventing if he hasn't wrestled in 8 years? Shouldn't Drew versus Rollins main event?
Because he is The Rock.
Yeah.
Roman goes first and last. That's number one. So that's part one. And number two, he The Rock. So when you combine those two, that knocks. There's only two options, first and last. And now he The Rock. That knocks off first. He got to be last. Boom.
Easy. Yeah. Take The Rock out of this match. This match still is a main event. You have Roman Reigns, Cody Rhodes,
100%.
Rollins, and whoever the fuck you put in here. That's still.
Yeah.
Come on now. Come on. You could put not Jacob, but the other dude, was it Zilla?
Yeah.
You put him as Roman Reigns' partner. This is still the main event. Come on now.
Yeah, I agree. Well,
respectfully.
Questions we got right now. So that's our predictions.
If you want your question answered, drop a comment.
That's all you gotta do because we read. We read. Make sure you like, share, subscribe, do all that good stuff. Under this video, you can probably do super things too if you want to donate to the channel, or you can join the Patreon. You know what I'm saying? Be a member of the Patreon. Discord free, clothing line, go get that. I think it's gonna be a very exciting show, even though some of the matches or whatever, but I think there's gonna be surprises that we didn't call. Like some shit's gonna be like, oh shit, didn't see that coming, pause. But I think it's gonna be a very great Saturday, Sunday. So
how we get through this whole show without mentioning the possibility of Steve Austin and Cena and Hogan and whoever popping up?
Bro, don't bring up Terry.
Oh, it's funny. So when I was first reading the intro, I did want to mention because they specifically put Big E's gonna be on the pre-show, which I found suspicious. But then we started talking, and it got away from me because I did remember. So when you talk about all those guys showing up, and then you got like a possibility that Big E and all them because they're on the pre-show or whatever. I do think, like Chance said, we didn't mention too many surprises, but part of that is a lot of time when we mention surprise, we trying to get that stuff to like save the show. Like we think it's gonna be a boring card. They need this and need that. With these, with just wrestling and just stories, they're doing a pretty good job. They don't need interferences. We could probably call a couple, but the fact they don't need them is that those things like a Steve Austin segment, that's just gonna be like complimentary. But like when we had like the COVID year when it was Steve Austin versus KO, the hell is this doing on the card? Like, you know what I mean?
Hey, whoa.
Hey, I love Steve Austin, but that was unnecessary. We don't need to see Steve. We only see who got the best stunner. We know who got the best stunner. We watched that stunner for years. We ain't know, he giving it to Kevin Owens, passing the torch. Ain't nobody believe that. We just know that did it 2 days. You had to fill up the card, so you brought in my dog Stone Cold, but we ain't need to see that match.
You acting like we brought in fucking Shelton Benjamin for a match against Kevin Owens, my nigga. Like,
well, the thing is, I mean, it might be me disrespecting Kevin Owens a little bit more than that. I fuck with the Bionic Redneck, but it's Kevin Owens that he didn't have to wrestle for me.
It was just beautiful. It was someone that Steve can brawl with, you know what I'm saying? Because that's all it needed to be. And it just needed to be like a.
In hindsight, the match banged. I'm just saying, like when you talk about like before, you already got, we trying to shorten the card, especially at that time. It's like, did we need this? That's all I'm saying.
I think we did. Look right here in our heart needed it.
Y'all not gonna turn down seeing Stone Cold. So I know that Stone Cold coming on TV, we taking it whichever way possible.
Stone Cold versus CM Punk will happen.
I get what Dylan is saying because when Rock was whooping Cody, they did show the WrestleMania trailer with Stone Cold and
I do remember that,
and Cena. So
is it foreshadowing? Yeah, I seen the deal.
Foreshadowing something. Who knows? Yeah. But I'm pretty sure we'll get some kind of appearance by Legends in some facet. But yeah, that's it. Y'all got anything? Are we good?
That's it.
Y'all know what to do. Thank Villain for showing up. Trying to get him a little more part-time, full-time on here. You know what I mean? We'll talk about that later. Kenzo the Great already here. So you check out BSL Podcast and have fun this weekend. Be safe.